A girl just doesn't want to put on a lot of makeup. She just wants to keep it simple. Even me at times, I'm kind of confused as to, okay, do I actually need all of these products to achieve a glam look? I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks that I use to achieve a natural glam look. How about you continue watching and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Yeah, let's get to it. So I went ahead and I did my eyebrows off camera. That can take quite some time to get done. I like to make sure that my skin is fully prepped before applying any type of foundation. My favorite primer is the Milk Hydrate Primer. I like to go in with about 2 to 3 pumps. No more than that is what I need. I like this primer is because it does give a great amount of hydration to the skin. When you're blending in your primer using your fingers, you don't want to drag the skin down, but you do want to push it up to create more of a plumper face. The foundation that I'm using for this look today is the Fenty Beauty Pro Matte Foundation. It gives such a beautiful finish to my skin. Now I think it's really important to always shake your foundation. Get it all shooken up. Is it best to apply your foundation using your fingers, a brush, a sponge? There are so many different ways you can apply your foundation, which I'll also be sharing with you with my next video. For this look, I'm going to go in with a brush. I like brushes to be a bit more dense, the round ones, so I can get a really nice buffed finish on my skin. I like to apply my foundation by putting foundation on my face. You don't have to do that. You can put it on the brush, you can put it on the back of the hands, whichever works best for you. The only thing with this is that whenever I apply it, I need to blend it in really quick before it dribbles down, as you can see. I like to bounce the foundation into my skin. That way the foundation isn't going too far off. If I really drag the foundation around a lot, then I'm taking away the product. So when I bounce the foundation into my skin, I'm getting as much coverage that I am looking for. A quick tip is that whenever you're applying foundation, you want to be sure that your foundation is blending down to your neck. It ain't gonna look pretty, it ain't gonna look attractive if you're wearing on foundation and you have that sharp line just sitting there waiting for someone to completely come and do something to it, blend it. Like, I don't know what it's waiting for, but it's waiting for something. But you don't want that line to wait. You want to go ahead and blend it down all on your neck area. While I get a weird sound right there. So I have my foundation on my skin, got enough coverage that I need. If you're looking for a little bit more coverage, you can apply an extra layer of foundation onto your skin. But just be really careful with that because too much product can honestly become a bit messy. So you want to be sure that you're putting on just the amount of foundation that you need. If you feel like there are certain areas that you want to apply a little bit more, I would say just take a bit of that foundation, apply it in that area and blend it in. I will be going in with the Fenty Beauty Concealer. I like the whole effect of having concealer under my eyes and in the areas where the sun hits my skin because it just gives it that more even out skin tone. To select the right concealer shade, ideally I like to keep it about a shade down, at most 2 shades down. If I were to put my products side by side, you can see that the foundation and the concealer, they are relatively close in skin color. I do have a few concealers that are a few shades lighter. So when you compare it, they're definitely lighter in color. So I know that my Fenty Beauty Concealer is a bit right within the skin tone of my own skin. I will put on a few little dabs, just dab it up like that, dab, 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 dab. Going in with the Juvias now. This one is really light. If you're like me and your skin tone is not as light as this, but you do want to get a little bit of that light brightening effect because you know what, the lighter you go, it's going to brighten your skin tone, but you do want to be careful on how light you go. The best thing that I can suggest is mixing it. I'm taking the Juvias, just a little dot, so that when I blend it in with the Fenty Beauty, it's all going to balance off. This is just my personal preference. You may want to go a little lighter, and you can totally go a little lighter, but just make sure that it's blended and it does match your skin. It would really be sucky ducky to have a color that doesn't match your skin and you're looking like Casper the Ghost. I'll be using this brush to go in now and just like stipple the concealer onto my skin. I didn't go all the way up with my concealer. The closer you go up to the lid, it gets a little bit more creasy. And you don't really need that. I don't need that. Now you can see the difference already. Like, I haven't gotten that light, bright look. It doesn't look unnatural. Moving on to the eyes, you don't necessarily need a primer for your eyeshadow. You can definitely go back in with your concealer. You don't have to buy a primer, truthfully. Now, if you do want to go ahead and use an eye primer, it's totally your vaginas. But for more of a quick minimal look, I will go in with my concealer. I'm gonna take it and blend it on my eyelid. Okay, so now that the eye concealer primer, whatever you want to call it, is all on the lid, I'm gonna go ahead with some eyeshadows. I want to keep this as minimal for you and as minimal for me. It can be a little bit intimidating when there's so many colors going on an eyelid and you don't know how to blend it. I'm going to work with 2 eyeshadows on this look. This look is all going to be very simple, effective, and it's going to be gorgeous. I'll be taking this reddish brown color here, just going on my crease. I'm following where my crease is. That is giving me an idea of like, okay, where I want this eyeshadow to be, and I'm blending it, going back and forth. The next color that I'll be using is actually a highlighter. This is not an eyeshadow, it's an actual highlighter. There's so many different ways you can repurpose makeup and reuse it on different features of your face. I'm going to go in with this color here called Sarah, and it's a beautiful golden color for highlighting, but I figured this color is just going to be perfect for my eyelid too. Starting up by flipping the color, and do you see that? Look how gorgeous that color just stands out on my lid. And I'm just pretty much blending it down. When you're applying color on your lid and you really want it to stand out, it's nice if you go in a slip and slide motion. Don't worry about the blending. That's when your blending brush is going to come in and do all of the work for you. Don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and take a black pencil. I like using pencils for that smudgy smoke look because I want to make this very nice natural glam look. I find using a pencil is the perfect product that I need to achieve this look. Taking a brush, I want a brush that has more of a definition because what I want to do now is smoke out that liner. So I'm just going to go in and like smoke it out a little bit. I want it to look messy. I don't want it to look perfect. Now, when I mean messy, I don't mean that you're going to let the color go all over your lid. I'm being messy with purpose. So I'm still like staying within like, okay, I know I want to get a very nice liner happening. So I'm having control with the brush. It's like, do you see how pretty that looks? Just a few little dab, dab, dab. And it gave me like the cutest little winged out eyeliner. So now that my eyes are done and it looks so gorgeous, there isn't a lot of work that I did with it, very minimal products, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bit of mascara. The mascara that I'm using is from L'Oreal Paris drugstore brand. I honestly do not believe in buying mascara that costs an arm and a leg. Mascaras, honestly, they're thrown out every 3 months. So for me, I don't think it's worth it buying a mascara that costs no more than $10. When working with creams and liquids, it's always important to me personally to set your makeup with some sort of powder. Let's say you have on a cream. You were to go outside and it was hot outside and your body's producing heat. What's going to happen with the cream is going to be a lot easier for the cream to break down. If you were to put on a powder, the powder is really sealing, so it's acting more of like a sealer. For my sealer product, I like to use the Fenty Beauty setting powder. This powder, I really like how it just sets my makeup. It looks very natural. It's not cakey, it's not heavy. And it has a really good smell. Like honestly, it smells so good. Oh, so I'll take my brush and I'm just pressing whatever amount of product is on the cap. I do not like to go in directly from the container itself, I find it picks up a lot of product and I may not need all that product on my face, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go ahead and take this color right here and I'm just gonna like nicely dab it. I'm not worrying about blending it just yet. I want to get the color on my face. Now I'm going to blend whatever is left on my brush and I'm going to go around my forehead area there, just so I can get a nice little glow. And I'll take it down and bring it down on my cheeks. To finish off this look, I'll be going in with a lip liner and a gloss. So you can definitely stop here with your look. You don't need to go any further with it. Very minimal products, very little effort, beautiful, flawless look. If you did want to go ahead and take it up just a little bit, what I would do in that case is add a highlighter and some lashes. For the highlighter, I will go back in with that same gorgeous golden color that I used on my lid earlier on and just plop it around my that point right there, don't know what to call it, to give it a bit of a pop. Now when it comes to highlighter, I don't like to put on too much. I believe in minimal amount of makeup, so I just stick a little bit there and I'm lightly just pressing that product on the high points of my cheekbone. Do you see that? And it looks so gorgeous because it blends in with the color of my eyelid. That nice golden color, yes! It looks so good. This is a different, got some highlighter here, and you got more of a natural matte look. Two different looks. You can totally change up the look like that. Highlighter, no highlighter. Tell me, which one do you like? I like the no highlighter. That's what I'm liking right now, but a little bit of highlighter is not gonna ruin this look. So just like tap. Okay, press it on the skin. This highlighter is definitely banging. Now, we can stop here with this look. You don't have to go any further, especially if you're someone who doesn't apply false lashes on the lid. You do not need to apply false lashes on the lid, seriously. Not because you see other people, YouTubers or whoever are wearing on false lashes. You don't have to wear on false lashes. You can keep your skin looking as natural like this. And that's what we're going to do. No lashes on this lip. Just want you to see how beautiful it can be without lashes. And there you have it. I did a very minimal light glam look that you can totally do from the comfort of your own home. All it requires is the technique of nice light blending application, not too much product, less is best. You could get away with even lesser amount of products that I use. You can get away with not having to apply a lip liner, just putting on a little bit of gloss. You can get away with just, you know, taking away the liner and applying just the two eyeshadows and a bit of mascara. And also a nice tip, what you could have done was take that dark color, like if you have a black eyeshadow, and use it as a liner for your lid. So many different things you can do with makeup. It is like the infinite of the infinity of what you can do. No rules, rules can be broken. It's all about trial and play, right? On my next video, I'll be sharing tips and tricks on the different ways you can apply your foundation. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I will see you then. Bye!